Hello, my fellow arachnids, and welcome to the first episode of the Roblox Beginner to Pro scripting series in 2022. Now, I've made numerous series in the past, but all of those were pretty garbage, and I want to just make another series to just, really refine knowledge, because I have scripted a lot more now, and I know a lot more knowledge. So let's just jump right into this. So basically, once you first enter Roblox Studio, you should see this. Now, if you don't have Roblox Studio, you should go in the description and there should be a link that says roblox.com/create. That is the place where you can download Roblox Studio. Now we actually have, or you can just look up a video. It's whatever your preference is. I really don't mind anyway. As long as you get Roblox Studio and open it up, this is what you should see. So these are all the templates that Roblox gives you, and it goes from base plate to Mansion of Wonder. Now this isn't like chronological. This is in chronological order. So obviously, classic base plate's classic, and then they just made it from here. Anyways, basically, you only can choose from 3 templates because all of these have things in it, and we don't need anything for us. So the 3 things that we can choose from is flat terrain, classic baseplate, and baseplate. Now baseplate is most preferable, classic baseplate is also most preferable, and flat terrain you could do that, but I prefer baseplates. I don't have like a team or anything. Anyways, so you could choose from these. I'm going to be choosing classic baseplate, and we're going to build everything from the ground up. Now, so once you open it up, it should look something like this. You should have your toolbox, your explorer, and your properties. So I'm going to break everything down, like the interface, so that you're a bit more comfortable with Roblox Studio. So first we have the home. The home is basically everything that you would use mostly, and it's really what we're going to use for the most part. All these other things we're not really going to use. And so and then we have the model. So modeling, this is basically you run scripts, you spawn in stuff, you can spawn in parts. It's really more in-depth in the Roblox Studio, and you use it for parts and modeling. Straightforward. Anyways, avatar. This is for your avatar. You can build rigs, you can test animation, you can do a bunch of stuff in here too, but we're not going to be using that. Test, you can run test servers, and that's pretty useful, but we're not going to be using that right now. And then we have view. View, we use a ton. So we're actually going to use view right now. So basically, view is whatever you can see. So you should probably see the toolbox, explorer, and properties, and maybe a few other things, maybe like the command bar, or even maybe the view selector. But you want to uncheck everything and make sure you only have these 3 things. And then you want to uncheck toolbox, and you want to check the output. Now the output doesn't always replace the toolbox. You have to actually move it around like this. So you have to get it, and then you have to move it around. So I'm going to put it there. Also, if you want to move stuff around, you want to drag it to the middle, and then there should be options. If you want to do it leftmost, your mouse have to hover over the leftmost, or if you want to do it rightmost, up, down, middle, whatever you want. I'm going to do it rightmost. Anyways, that's the view. I'm going to show you what the Explorer properties and output is. So basically, properties, this tells you all about what you're hovering over, but in order to explain properties, I have to explain the Explorer. Now, the Explorer is all these services that Roblox gives you in order to make your game, and it's very vital and important. So the properties go hand in hand with the Explorer because they tell you what you're hovering over. So let's say if I wanted to hover over the base plate, which is everything we're facing. This is the base plate. It tells us that its color is darkstone gray. It casts a shadow. Its color is that's a text value. Its material is plastic, and it has all this info. It's really informative about whatever we're hovering over. Even if we select replicated first, it tells us some things about it. So obviously the properties is very helpful, and we're going to be using that a lot. and the output. So the output is basically like it outputs stuff. It puts out code and stuff that we are going to be using. It's pretty straightforward. Basically, what happens is it tells us the result of our code. So it's pretty helpful. Anyways, now we're going to jump into the scripting part. Now that we're more comfortable, we're going to switch back to home. And if you want it, like, get it clear, because sometimes there's like things in here, just press this little broom icon, and it should get rid of everything. Anyways, you want to click or hover over ServerScript Service in your Explorer, and you want to press the plus button. So now it's a drop down of all the things that you can insert into ServerScript Service, and I'm going to be inserting a script. So now we can obviously see that there's some things in here. So this is actually going to be our first lesson. Our first lesson is going to be about printing. Now, printing is a built-in command which we can tell the computer to write a piece of text. So this is pretty helpful. We can't really do much with it now, but it's a very basic and easy fundamental, and it's very important too. So why not learn it as our first episode? So obviously you can see that we have something written in it already, and if we go back to the classic base plate, you should have like tabs on the top. Click back classic base plate. If you go to run or play, it should look like play. It's like this little triangle icon. You should see like a drop down, and you want to just press run or F8. That's also the shortcut. And this is like a faster way of running. As you can see, it says from ServerScript Service .script. So we go into ServerScript Service. There's obviously script. Then don't worry about Chat Runner. That's just built in. And then it says Hello World. And if we click on it, it tells us what line is doing that. So basically, this print function, this is outputting text into the output. So it's pretty cool, and you could really put anything, but now I'm going to teach you how to write it. So if you want to write a print function, you would do print, and then you want to do parentheses, or you can do print, and then you can do enter, and that will autofill the parentheses. Then Roblox should automatically put you in the parentheses. And the next thing you want to do is you want to put quotation marks. So quotation marks signifies a string. Now, a string is basically just a line of text or a sentence. And when we put this string into the parentheses, it's telling the computer that we want to write something out. If we do not put these quotation marks, then the computer is going to think that it's like a variable or a piece of info, and then it's going to look for it, and it's not going to find it, since we never declared a variable or anything. So that's why we have to put the quotation marks. It is very important. Or single quotes, but quotation marks is most preferable. Anyways, in quotation marks, you could write whatever you want to be doing. So basically, it has a little description. Prints all provided values to the output. Any number of arguments can be outputted. So that's basically saying you can put anything in here. So we can put like hello world, and I'm not going to bother with punctuation and capitalization, and as you can see, it prints hello world. Now, we wrote this code. You have just written your first program. Now, it's pretty cool. Even this single line of code can be considered a program, so you are technically a programmer. It's quite cool. Anyways, that is printing. I'll tell you more about syntax, but if you want to write it fast, you can just do print, open parentheses, and then quotation marks, and then whatever you want to write, and then it writes it. It's a really quick and easy way to do printing, and yeah, it's cool. So there's many things you can do with printing. Maybe you can want to write a story. You can do print, hi there, and then we can do print, my name is, and then run. And as you can see, it says hi there, and my name is. So that's pretty cool. You can do a whole lot of stuff with printing, and you can do even more with concatenation, which will be going on to the next video. Now, if all goes to plan, I think next video should be about variables, and I'll explain that in the next video. Anyways, I hope you all have a great day. Like and subscribe if you found this helpful. I want to try and keep this series very simple because I want newcomers to be able to understand it well. Anyways, have a great day. Don't eat arachnids, and I hope you all have an amazing time learning scripting.